once on top of the rap game. Lil Wayne recently put out the Carter 6, and it is being met with mixed reactions from people on the internet. There's people defending it, and there's others who are saying that it is not good at all. So it has folks divided. It's become a very polarizing topic, how to properly dissect and discuss Lil Wayne's latest effort. So this says Lil Wayne's The Carter 6 divides the internet. Fans go crazy with hilarious reactions. Lil Wayne finally dropped his long-awaited album, The Carter 6, and fans have a lot to say about it, both good and bad. Lil Wayne finally drops the Carter. Oh, never mind that part. Lil Wayne returned to the rap game on Friday, which was June 6th, to drop his new LP, the Carter 6. The 19-song project comes 5 years after his most recent solo album, Funeral, and 7 years after he blessed fans with the Carter 5. Tunechi's project features several guest appearances, including Big X The Plug, Big Sean, Machine Gun Kelly, 2 Chainz, Kodak Black, and more. Even Wayne's 2 children, Cameron Carter and Lil Novi, make cameo appearances on the album. Production on the album are from a variety of track masters, including Wyclef, Lin-Manuel Miranda, Boy Wonder, Manny Fresh, and Wayne himself. Hours after Lil Wayne delivered his new album, fans quickly jumped on social media to offer their opinions about the project. While there are many fans that love the sound, which is a mix of Weezy's usual rap style combined with him singing, a lot of people were disappointed with the production. Poor beat selection, no cohesion, better served as a mixtape, wrote one fan on X. Lyrically good, but it's just all over the show. His team and his own accord have let him and the project down, he added. More cons than pros. The highlights are noteworthy, but overall, 4.5 out of 10. What the F are these beats Lil Wayne got on Carter 6? He can't be for real, bro. Question another person. Some people felt it's time for Lil Wayne to hang up the microphone and retire from rap. Don't get it twisted. Lil Wayne is a legend. He's dropped some classic mixtapes and great albums, but y'all got to stop acting like this is 2008. Everyone falls off eventually, and this might be Wayne's time.
Damn.
However, there are many positive reactions to the Carter 6 album. I can't understand all the hate behind this album. This is Wayne's best album since I Am Not a Human Being 2. There's literally 2, maybe 3 skips on the whole album. The production is unapologetically Lil Wayne. It's a weird album, and I effing love it. Fans also poke fun at Wayne with some hilarious memes. One person shared a meme of Young Jock's black and white crying video to show his tears of disappointment for the Rap Vets project. Lil Wayne, we need to talk. And then there's that meme of Young Jock crying. Me, if someone says Lil Wayne, the Carter 6 is mid. So this is somebody who's like, that was a Will Smith Chris Rock slap. Man, Lil Wayne needs better friends because this album should have never seen the light of day. Also, the production is actually atrocious. What was that? And that's another gift there. Back in my day, Lil Wayne and Kanye used to put out good music. So there is that. I enjoyed the Carter 4. How people, I think this person meant 6, but they can't type. I enjoyed the Carter 6. How people didn't like the Rock the Bell sample. Lil Wayne was paying homage to LL Cool J on that song. You got to be a hip hop historian to recognize that. I like the Carter 6. Yeah, well, we can't take opinions from somebody who can't type 6 properly. The beat that Lin-Manuel Miranda produced for Lil Wayne, there's a bunch of laughing emojis. I don't know if that's making fun of it. I think that's saying that it's not good. I think. Expected more than 5 songs, but great project from Lil Wayne. So there you go, man. That's the reaction. It's split, or I don't know. I don't know if you would say it was split. It seems like there's slightly more people who say it's not good than people who like it. But what do you make of the polarizing reaction to Lil Wayne's The Carter 6?
Yeah, I think it's a genuine reflection of where he's at as a person. To me, Wayne has lost me years ago. Every once in a while, I'll hear a feature where he snaps, or I hear a verse where he snaps, or you know what I'm saying? Snaps the way that I, and I go, hey, that's the Wayne I know, And but yeah, he lost me years ago, man. Just he's been on his own little page. I don't know if it's true or not. Every time they ask Lil Wayne something, he doesn't know about it. He only seems to know about sports.
Yeah.
And he says, I only pay attention to sports. You ask him about anything social going on, he's not aware of it. You ask him about another rapper or something like that, he's unaware of it. You ask him, what's going on with, the race problem in this country, he doesn't know about it.
Well,
So,
he goes so far as to say it doesn't exist to him.
yeah, man. So Lil Wayne apparently lives in his own world and has for a very long time. And his verses over the years and his albums or mixtapes, in my opinion, have been sounding like that. And so, full disclosure here, I didn't give this a full 100% listen. Honestly, don't plan on it. Because for some of the stuff that I did hear, I'm like, yeah, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. It's Wayne. It's the Wayne that I know of late, but even more off the grid. From the beat to what he's talking about, it's the same. He's talking about the same type of stuff, same type of punchlines and bars, no evolution at all, no real topics ever. He never talks about anything of substance. The few times that he actually does talk on topic about something, it's rare. But he hasn't put together, and somebody can correct me if I'm wrong here. I don't know if you've ever put together an entire body of work that tells a full story. Everything is just punchline bar, this. You know what I'm saying? It's something to do with a toilet, something to do with fecal matter. You know what I'm saying? Something to do about the multiple 304s that he has around, the drug use, you name it. It's the same talking points. He's been flipping the same thing for over a decade now. So the stuff that I did here, it was the same type of stuff. And so I'm not really anxious to do a deep dive on it. I might have to be doing a project for work or doing something to go, I'll finally get this to listen. But I did hear some stuff through skimming, and the production, as the people were mentioning in the comment section, I agree with them. This is, to me, it was a miss. But when we're dealing with Lil Wayne, so this is one of those things, man. He will go down as far as whatever the industry form of rap is. Okay, he is a legend in that. He is a rapper. Like when they look back at an encyclopedia or they look back at the era of when rap was rap and stuff like that, Lil Wayne, as a human being, is a rapper. He doesn't know anything else. And so, I mean, the image here says it all. This guy here embodies what the industry made hip hop into. So he is on the Mount Rushmore of industry rap, and you can't tell me he's not. Because of what he has done, the body of work that he has done, the I don't care, man. This guy's, he's got verses. He's got so many things that I've heard. Oh man, he snapped on that. Industry wise. So he's gonna go down forever as a legend. So the stuff that's been missing the mark for me for the past decade of the historical lexicon in the future, where people do their deep dive and their research. And this is going to be heralded. This whole series, this whole Carter series, is going to be heralded as some type of masterpiecean work. So it doesn't rub me the right way at all. But I think historically, I don't think it. People are saying that, oh yeah, this is going to do damage to his legacy. Have you heard his last few albums? This is the same stuff. So I don't think this is going to do damage. I feel like his legacy is already implanted. It doesn't pass my test, but Wayne been not trying to pass my test. So I think this is right on par with him. Like that one commenter said, like this is the weird stuff that he likes from Lil Wayne. Yeah, this is right. This is very weird. This is very left field. So I think he's tickling the fancy of the people that still love to hear him go wherever he's been going lately. But what are your thoughts, man, on Lil Wayne? Carter 6, the internet is up and down. I've been seeing more people thrashing it, honestly. But the article is double XL, so they're gonna say that, hey,
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
split. But I would say consensus wise, the people are baffled by this and not in a good way. What are your thoughts, bro?
So on Friday, I went to get my hair cut,
Mm.
and I sat down in my barber's chair. First thing that he brought up was how garbage the new Lil Wayne album is. And so him and the barber in the chair next to him started. They right when I got in there, I literally sat down. That was the first thing that they started talking about. Both of them said that it's terrible, and my barber said the only song that he liked on the whole thing was a song that features Big Sean, and I
Big
think
Sean be
somebody
snapping.
else. Yeah, so he said that's the only song that he liked, but otherwise it's not good. And I'm not surprised to hear that because I thought Lil Wayne rap wise fell off a very long time ago. Full disclosure, I haven't listened to it either, and I probably won't um, because I've heard snippets, and the snippets that I've heard, I don't think I'm going to invest my time in it too much. And Lil Wayne's recent history tells me it's not worth my time.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
I'm in the minority on this, and I know what I'm about to say is going to make people go completely insane.
Uh-oh.
So, Lil Wayne fans, buckle up, all right?
Uh-oh.
Because I can imagine this is going to make people lose their minds if you're a Lil Wayne fan. Lil Wayne to me had a stretch from he had his stretch of 500 degrees, the Carter one, and the Carter two, where I felt like he was on top of the game. Like he couldn't do no wrong. Skill wise, lyrically, beats wise, he was on top of the game. Well, and I guess I can somewhat. It's just that whole period of time. So I think 500 degrees was in '99. I think
Around there.
something like that. And then so from '99 to like 2005 or six, to me, Wayne was on top of the game. So in terms of his solo albums, it was those three: 500 Degrees, Carter One, Carter Two, and then you can throw in the Like Father, Like Son because that was also around that period of time. The one he did with Birdman, that was a period of time where I was like, damn, Wayne can really do no wrong. The fall off to me with him was immediately after that. I thought, me personally, his apex was the Carter Two. I didn't like the Carter Three, which that's the part that I think is going to drive people crazy, because I think most people look at the Carter Three as his best body of work.
Oh
It was
yeah, that
it
was.
was it was definitely the most commercially successful.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if you do a poll and ask most people which of these is the best Lil Wayne album, I think the Carter Three would probably poll the highest. I think most respondents would say Carter Three is the best one. I thought that the Carter Three was the start of the fall off. I thought the Carter Two was the apex. Carter Three is when he started to sound weird. He would do the super duper flow all the time. Like you said, he was always doing catchphrasing, metaphor rhyming, rhyming about I'm the shit and that's the toilet. He started rapping like that more than anything else,
Uh,
Dear Mr. Toilet, I'm the shit, all of this kind of stuff. And
hey man,
other
that's a bar though.
otherwise, and that bar is actually from the Carter too, by the way.
Yeah, that was
It's from it's
fair. That
from
was when he was going crazy.
yeah, it's from Money on My Mind. Uh, produced by the Runners, by the way, one of the
Yeah, fire.
best producers of their time. But to me, after the Carter Two, that's when the fall off started. I thought the Carter Three was not good. Lyrically, he started to fall off. He started to sound more and more incoherent, in my opinion. He started to do the super duper flow too much, in my opinion. He was doing too much of that making words rhyme, even if the rhyme doesn't make sense. The Eminem style to me, he started doing that a little too much, in my opinion. And I thought over time it progressed, and his albums from that point on progressively got worse, in my opinion. So I thought that he fell off and hasn't been good for years now at this point. I haven't thought that any of his solo work was good post the Carter 2, but that's just me.
Mm-hmm.
He's had now, that doesn't mean that the whole thing is not good. He had a couple songs on the Carter 3 that I like. Let the Beat Build was good.
Mm-hmm.
He had a couple songs on the Carter 4 that I thought was good. He had maybe one or two songs on 5 that I thought was good. Everything else to me is just, for the most part, not good. So he's been fell off, and you could attribute that to whatever you want. I don't know if you want to talk about, substance abuse, or what he likes to dabble in substance wise, or whatever he has going on in terms of his lifestyle. I don't want to speculate. Whatever you want to attribute that to, my general point is that people saying that the Carter 6 isn't good is nothing new to me, because to me, Wayne ceased to be great in 2005/6, in my opinion. But that's just my opinion. So everybody else can have at it in the comments. I know they're gonna come for me with pitchforks.
Oh yeah, bro.
I know they're gonna come for me with pitchforks and torches, but that's my take. Wayne, to me, he tried to do the rebirth thing, and I respected him trying to genre bend in that way, but it just wasn't that good to me. It wasn't that good. And the rest of those albums that he put out to me are largely forgettable. And it mostly has to do with him and the
Mm-hmm.
way he just adopted this weird, disheveled, incoherent style of delivery with his rhymes. I just don't think it's as good as when he was more sharp and crisp back when he was in his 500 degrees Carter 1, Carter 2 days. So probably not going to give this a listen. And I'm not at all surprised that people don't like this. It's not news to me because I've been thought he fell off.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, man. That's gonna rub some people the wrong way, man. I
And
mean,
it's all
I was,
good. Yeah.
yeah, man. I was a real big Wayne fan, but in that same stretch, bro. So my fandom started in probably like 2000. I think mine 3. So I think mine was in 2003, 2004, and it only lasted to about 2008, 9 for me. And then that's when he started to lose me. But from there, of course, the fandom was still there, and I would still listen to stuff. And he would have verses over here,
Yeah.
songs over there
Yeah.
that he still snapped, in my opinion. But when it came to like whole bodies of work, whether it was a whole project, a whole mixtape, or a whole album, it was not the same experience for me no more. It was too much of that filler stuff going on where he's just talking about toilets and things. And so, and then of course in the teens, man, it really went off the edge for me. I just could not hear any of that stuff anymore. It was like what do you call that? Like nails on a chalkboard, some of it.
Mhm.
So and then yeah, when I heard this, man, same stuff, man. Same stuff. This is not what I want to hear from Wayne, the guy that was a Wayne fan in 2007. Okay, I don't want to hear that. And that's fine. Artists do their thing, they evolve, they want to, do other stuff, and he's more than entitled to that.
Well,
So,
everybody has a peak, is my thing. No
yeah,
one
yeah, yeah.
stays great forever.
Yeah.
Like, it just doesn't happen.
What Jay-Z
So
does, right?
no, he doesn't. He doesn't. I knew you would throw that in there somehow, some way. No, he does
He's
not.
been good for a very long time, though. I would say that.
Yeah, like, even with Jay-Z, for me, my frame of reference with Jay-Z is 96 to '03.
Hmm.
After the Black album, he was still my favorite and he was still great, but it wasn't the same.
Hmm.
Especially that period from 2000 to 2003 when he did Blueprint 1, Blueprint 2, and then did the Black album.
Hmm.
I just felt like it was just, but after the Black album, he took his hiatus and he came back with Kingdom Come, which I hate to this day. And then he did, the Blueprint 3 and the American Gangster. and all of these other albums that Jay-Z did. And it's like even Watch the Throne with Kanye. And it's like, yeah, I still like it, but it's not the
I feel you.
same
Yeah,
as
yeah.
when he was at his peak and he was just untouchable. And
Mhm.
that's how I feel about Wayne. Wayne, everybody has a peak. Eventually everybody falls off. So
Mhm.
like for me, and let me make a correction. 500 Degrees came out in 2002, not 99.
Mhm.
So 500 Degrees was in '02, the Carter was in '04, and then the Carter 2 was '06. And then I think like Father Like Son was like '06, '07, something
Oh
like that.
07. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That was a good run,
Yeah.
bro.
And during and like during that period of time, every time he was a guest on somebody else's song,
I
he
mean,
he
annihilated it.
bodied it. It was he bought like he was can't miss. Like his guest feature track record during this period of time was so impressive. I don't care whose song he was on, he murdered it. It didn't matter what it was. He just bodied it completely. But yeah, once that period of time was over, to me, I think the Carter 3 came out in '08. To me, that was the fall.
Mhm.
Like that was like, okay, that was the end of his run. And he still had, and the ironic thing about that for me is it was such a weird experience to feel this way, because I feel like the peak of Wayne's popularity was 2008
Yeah, right,
with the Carter 3.
right.
Bro, to be real with you, in my opinion, Wayne was truly the first crossover rapper, in my opinion. Like Wayne was the first rapper that I started to see white people who knew his music just as much as black people.
Yeah,
Like
I agree.
when I started to see white people like, and they knew all of the words to all of the songs. The first rapper that I saw that for was Wayne.
Mhm.
And I was going to college in a white school in a predominantly white town, hanging around a bunch of white people, going to work around white people. They knew a whole lot of Wayne stuff, and most of it started with that Carter 3. So like
Yeah,
there were other rappers before that who kind of
of course.
had some crossover appeal, you know what I'm saying? But the guy who truly stick the landing to me, in my opinion, was Wayne. He was the first person I saw. Oh, y'all know all of these songs.
Mhm.
And that to me was coincided with the Carter 3, which was weird because to me the Carter 3 was not good in my opinion. But
The first
it is what.
part is immaculate to me.
Yeah,
I can still listen to some of those songs now, man.
yeah,
That was fire, man.
yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah, I agree with you, bro. He really went rock star in that era. And that's when he started to lose me, you know. When he started openly talking about pill use and stuff. And I'm like, hey, bro, we serve the junkies here, bro. We ain't the junkies, that's where I was at with that stuff, man. But yeah, man, I still have some of those nostalgic feelings, man. Every once in a while I'll listen to a dedication, one or two, and you know what I'm saying, just to get that feel back. But yeah, man, Wayne is a person to me, man, that he does have a as crazy as I always be bagging on these guys talking about all this wild stuff. And he's Captain Mr. Wild. But yeah, man, it serves a place in my childhood type of thing, man. So
yeah,
he's still a dude that, I don't like to see him like this, where it looks like he's struggling a little bit. But yeah, he's a cool dude to me, man. I feel like he is a child star that that uh that just became what he thought he needed to.
mm,
And he kind of got lost in the sauce somewhere and whatever, whoop de whoop. And he's kind of a caricature of a person. But yeah, man, for whatever reason, there's a empathy there for him. Because I kind of feel bad for him because he really took it there. And he's a living, walking manifestation of taking it there in the rap game. And I wanted to be a rapper too, I wasn't
yeah,
gonna, but he was taking it there.
yeah,
And so and this is what it looks like. He's only a couple years older than me, man, but he looks rough right now because he actually did it.
yeah,
So but yeah, man, shout out to Wayne, man. You know I I'll be a little late to listening to it in its entirety. I'll get to it at some point, but from what I heard, I'm not too anxious to get to it. It doesn't sound like something that I need to be banging right now. So
Yeah.
but shout out to Wayne though, man.
Wayne is one of those people because he's been around so long, you think he was older than he is, but he's only 42.
Yeah, dude.
Because he's been around for so long. I think when he first was rapping with the Hot Boys, he was like 14.
Yeah.
So yeah, Wayne's been around for forever, bro. So his longevity is impressive. But yeah, I just, everybody, no one is just on top forever. And I actually thought that he was extended a longer leash than I would have given him. Like I said, to me, he was not done, but to me, he wasn't great after the Carter 2, in my opinion. But a lot of people feel like he just recently started falling off.
Yeah,
And I don't see it that way. I feel like he's been I feel like he been falling off for a long time.
but
So
that's what I'm saying. At least for me, I'll be just random playlists and stuff, and then Wayne will be hopping on something. And I'm like, hey, he kind of snapped on that. I look at the year and it's 2017. I go, oh, okay. He still kind of has it.
yeah.
So he'll snap the way I like every once in a while. But this whole new thing that he does, that I'm just not on that. And that's what I'm saying. It's fair, but and this album sounds like all of that. And I don't want to hear that, man. But yeah, I agree. His peak was before 2010.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I think it was like 05, 06 for me. But yeah, he to me was definitely the first truly mass appeal mainstream rapper where it's like, oh, you got people who ain't black who know the words to your songs just as much as black people do, if not more so. He was the first guy that I saw that with. So shouts out to him, man. But the rain don't last forever. I'm probably not going to listen to the album, but I am going to be listening to the Who's House mix this Saturday with DJ Who Kid. I love that show. I listen to that show every Saturday morning, man. So I'll probably hear a few of the tracks. DJ Who Kid will probably play a few of the tracks on his show.
Of course.
Shouts out to DJ Who Kid on Shea 4-5 Saturday mornings, man, from like 8 to 12, I think, or something like that. Who Kid's a crazy dude, man. But that's gonna end it, folks. That's it for tonight's stream. JV Wins, Dogon SS. Much appreciation and salutations to anybody out there who followed along with us. Major shouts out to They Call Me Desi for chiming in on the live chat. Thank you very much for being a loyal follower of us. We certainly appreciate you as we continue to kick this logical content. I am JV Wins. That is Dogon SS. As always, check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Music. Check us out on TikTok at ConApproach, CONAPPROACH. Check us out on Instagram at ConApproach, same thing. You can find me on Instagram at JVWins, JVWINS. Yeah, man. Thanks to everybody who's been hitting that subscribe button, leaving comments and liking the content. We certainly appreciate it. Please don't hesitate to let us know what you think about the commentary in this or any other video. We love the engagement. We are signing off until the next time that you see our beautiful faces. But until that time, as I always like to say, think for yourself. Don't be a group thinker. Have a mind of your own. And until next time, we'll catch you on the flip side.
And the name is Dogon SS. Skr. And you can find me on Instagram at Dogon_SS, on YouTube, DraftKings, MySpace, Facebook, even though it's called Meta. Hey, man, if it's Dogon_SS, I'm out there, man. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and all that good stuff from there. And as I say on every pod, guys, all right, don't be too high, don't be too low. Keep it calm, keep it chill, keep it plug. And don't let anybody get you off your pivot. So until the next time, everybody, we greatly appreciate y'all for liking, subscribing, consciously leaving comments and all that good stuff. All right, we'll see y'all in the next episode.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next time. And if you're checking us out on these videos, thank you very much for watching. We will see you next time. Man, them Tyler Perry fans gonna come for our rap, bro.
Bro, I'm right here, baby. What's up?
Hey, it's all love to the Tyler Perry fans out there, man. It's all love, man. We
I
just
want the
giving our
smoke.
opinion, man.
I want the smoke, man. Bring it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, go Heat, man. Go Canes. Skirt.
Yeah.
Tyler Perry fans, boy, they coming.